Hello, welcome. This is a abundance tarot reading and it is a mid-October tarot reading, and then we've done all of the readings for mid-October. So we're going to do abundance. We're going to see what will be happening with money, and it can mean abundance of all kinds, but we do try to focus on money in this one. But yeah, it can be abundance of opportunities, abundance of love, abundance of I don't know, work, whatever it is you're looking for, really. So let's see. Thanks for subscribing, thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing all okay. So abundance, please. Mid-October. Time for celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. So, Four of Gabriel. I don't really know what that is in... I'm thinking it's the Four of Wands equivalent card. So it is talking about abundant rewards for hard work. Celebration. Yeah, it is the Four of Wands. And it even mentions the word abundance. Really, as you release yourself from burdensome situations, so any situations in your life or people, situations that are, you know, that have been keeping your energy in a lower vibe, you know, as you release those, that's helping you. It's helping you align to abundance, and the hard work you've been doing, which could be hard work in your job, but if you don't have a regular job, because I know a lot of us on this channel don't, you know, it could be your hard work at your spiritual path, it could be your hard work at your health, your development, your relationship, whatever it is, you know, there's going to be some abundant rewards there for you. So it is going to be a time of celebration because of your commitment, okay? So that looks good. Let's have a look at the fairy energy. Decisions, that card came up, I'm sure, on the last reading we had. Okay, decisions. So there could be a decision to release yourself from something mid-October, or change something that you've been doing, you know, and that change will have a positive impact on your abundance levels. Okay. So your relationship with allowing abundance then. Being businesslike. You've sort of realised that you have to be very businesslike in order to achieve more abundance, you know, and you may have been quite cold with certain people or situations. You've been dealing with things in a very business-like manner, and really you feel quite insecure, because this is insecure energy, Seven of Swords. So on the surface you've been quite you know, cutthroat with people and situations, you know, and just basically doing what you need to do for yourself, yeah, rather than worrying about everybody else for a change. And so that may have appeared quite cold and businesslike to other people. Underneath it, you know, this is all new. This is, you know, you're not used to this. So it's kind of like sometimes you might question what you're doing and the way you're acting and thinking, God, am I being too cold? Am I being too businesslike? Am I being too cutthroat? You know, but I do think, you know, it's because you're very committed to, you're learning to commit to yourself. How to get in alignment in mid-October then, with more in alignment with abundance. Oh wow, moderation. Stay away from addictions, you know, stay away from addictive habits, because addictive habits encourage the ego, and when we move into ego we kind of move further away from spirit, really further away from abundance, okay? So the devil, my God, how interesting, because that is the ego. Yeah, they're basically saying, Spirit is basically saying, if you want to get in more alignment with abundance, you know, whatever abundance you want, whether it is money, love, opportunities, work, knowledge, I don't know, spirituality, whatever it is you want an abundance of in mid-October, they're saying that it's going to come, because what you're going to find yourself doing is pulling away from the ego, pulling away from addictions, pulling away from the things that don't serve you anymore, that kept you trapped, that kept you stuck. And in some ways you were choosing those things because they were giving you temporary pleasures. But you're realizing in mid-October that actually it's not serving you, you don't really need it, you want more balance, you want more moderation in your life, and that is opening the floodgates for abundance. Okay, so how to get an enlightened perspective on abundance. The Sun, be more playful, have more fun, you know, be more present. The Sun is success, and it's very much a playful energy, and it's an energy of joy, pure joy, and the joy comes from within. Yeah, so it's not like the Devil card where we're trying to get our joy from something else in an addictive kind of way. It's actually opening up to the joy that we already are, as like children of God, if you like. God, that sounds really but you know, we're all children, we're all aspects of source consciousness, and that's where all the pure joy comes from. It can be hard to feel it on a bad day, especially if you're having a purge, especially if you're triggered by something in the matrix. But on a good day, you start to feel it shine, you know. And we all have moments like that on our spiritual awakening where it's like, oh wow, I do feel the joy within me, I do understand, you know, there is a heart chakra awakening within me, and I am feeling the natural joy. I do feel present, you know. The more present we feel, the more aligned we are to spirit, the more we're in joy, you know, the more joy is naturally coming through. And that's what's happening here in mid-October. The more you just be in the present moment, the more you just flow with it, the more that you are playful with life, you don't allow the mind to keep overanalyzing, because that's just your ego. You know, you're more present, you're more in your joy, more in your flow. You're learning to, rather than control everything, because the ego wants to control everything, you're learning to just flow with the moment, you know, but not in an addictive way. You know, you have to watch that, because the ego, if it gets something it likes, it often wants to repeat. This is not about repeat. This is about being in alignment and just whatever's coming up, you know, working with what you're getting. So it's a good energy, because then you're accepting the abundance in the present moment that Spirit's bringing you, rather than waiting around for somebody or waiting around for something or feeling stuck with it. You know, that's not happening mid-October. We're more in our flow. We've got the Magician card as well. My God, we are definitely going to be more open. We're definitely going to be more open to what Spirit is bringing us in the moment. We're more present. We're feeling more natural joy coming from ourselves. We've got more of the magic touch in October. So abundance energy opens up. Current blessing to be grateful for. So what are we going to be grateful for in mid-October? 8 of Cups. We're going to be grateful to be moving on. You know, that is moving on. That's usually the picture, you know, where somebody's walking away and it's like, boom, we're just so blessed that we're finally moving forward. We're finally moving on. The other blessing to be grateful is we're going to be much more careful, you know, as we're moving on from the stuff that we knew we needed to leave behind, in order to get more abundance in our life and be more aligned to spirit, rather than being in our heads and waiting around for things or trying to force things to happen, or worrying too much about the past and thinking we still live in the past. You know, we're not going to be doing that anymore. We're going to be moving forward. We're going to be present in our own lives, present for ourselves, not present for somebody else or present for, you know, traumatic memories or whatever. we're in the moment, we're moving forward, and we're also being very careful. We're being careful with the Four of Pentacles about what situations we're getting into. We're being vigilant that we're not getting tempted into situations again. We're being vigilant about what we're spending our money on. We're being vigilant about situations we're getting into. You know, we're being vigilant with our ego, making sure we're not getting addicted again to certain things. We're being vigilant that we're not going into fear-based thoughts. You know, we're moving forward in a positive way. So that is going to be a real blessing. It's going to feel easier in October. It's going to feel like mid-October, it's going to feel easier because it's like you're moving forward and you know you're not looking back anymore, and you know you're on a new timeline, and it's starting to feel more natural, because at first it can feel really unnatural. And I don't know about you, but I have felt like that through September, that I've been trying to break away from an old timeline, move into a new timeline, and it's like my ego's been kicking and screaming because I'm like, no, we're not doing it anymore. We're doing things differently. And, you know, it's hard because that you've got to kill some ego off. You know, it wants to keep you stuck in the same old rut. But come mid-October, things are going to feel more natural. It's really going to feel like we've moved forward. What should we put our energies into to attract abundance? Oh, wow. Long-term goals. Ten of Pentacles is long-term goals, long-term, and it means long-term prosperity, by the way. So money will look very good long-term because of these changes we're making, because we're being more careful, we're being more vigilant, we're not allowing ourselves to get caught up in our ego or addictions or being soft on other people anymore. You know, we're being quite harsh because we know there's certain things we need to do for ourselves, and that's got to come first. And that's our long-term goals. That's going to help to attract abundance, definitely. Because that is the, I mean, Ten of Pentacles is one of the major cards for abundance. Five of Pentacles is the card of, quite opposite of that. Now, what it's saying is, for me with this card, right, it's like we're outsiders, okay? We're not part of the whole, you know, and we've got to embrace that. We've got to embrace the fact that we've got this journey and it's our journey. It's not anybody else's. I mean, you've got the soul fam on this channel and you're going to have soul family that you in your everyday life that could be online. Doesn't even have to be people you live with, because my soul brother lives hundreds of miles away from me. You know, we're all soul family on this channel, brothers and sisters. And, you know, you might have other people in your life around Gaia who are also your soul family. And they're the people to align to. That's going to help you attract abundance, to align to the people that are with you on this journey and are going to help your vibration, you know. And long term, it does look good. So, I mean, mid-October, really, very good. A very good reading for mid-October. We're moving into a more stable timeline, leaving behind things that weren't serving us. Your spirit guides are saying that this is something you've really been training for lifetimes. This abundance you're moving into, this new timeline in your life, there's a new chapter opening up for anyone that watches this channel regularly and you resonate with the energy on this channel and the way the readings are done. You know, this is this is the next part of your awakening journey now. You've killed off quite a big chunk of ego or an old timeline. Now you're moving into the new one, and mid-October is going to feel more abundant. You're going to be more focused, and you're going to be also more present. So you're more present for spirit to be bringing you the abundance, because you've left something behind, and that was really the first card. So it's a time for celebration. That's what they're saying. You're gonna feel in mid-October like, yes, I've made the breakthrough and it's starting to become more normal for me, and my abundance is improving. You know, I'm pleased I've got to this stage. So it's good. So that's the message. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. If you want to book in, do contact me. And I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace, wherever you are on Gaia.